Depression has been my best friend since I was a kid. Battling relationships with humans, avoiding a marriage I couldn't fix. The kiss from slitting my wrists became more intimate than the blade of rejection. I'd lay against the door of my parents' one-bathroom apartment, and her seduction was my first introduction to voluntary sin. Now I sit and reminisce on Jesus, how he is so romantic with his love, because what other man would give his life up for me? The way he walked the path of grace and still carried the weight of my insecurities. He coated me in his mercy, cleansed me back to purity. Though undeserving, we still have his Father's gentle hands around our hearts. Lord, how much agony did my lover endure nailed to that cross? Let me never depart from your love. Save me from the mouth of the lion, from the beast I've become listening to my flesh. Teach me to be even just a little less selfish, to walk in the steps of your righteousness. Satiate my body with thee, living bread. Your Holy Spirit dwell in my midst and quench this thirst with your presence. Oh God, why is it that I never feel enough? I'm struggling to live satisfied with your touch alone. I've never known love before. Then I opened up and listened to your word, learned it's dying to self. It's nailing myself to a cross built to punish somebody else, because God is love, and the word of God resides in Jesus, who now lives in us when we accept his presence. All flesh and bone and blood and more blood, every ounce of it dripping and drowning the sin with sacrifice and risk of humiliation. It's stepping in somebody else's place when the weight of their baggage is too much to bear alone. The love of the Lord is patient and good. It holds enough self-control to kiss the cheek of your enemy, get home and pray for their soul, because man was never meant to fight this war of principalities alone. Plus, they live 6 feet away. Love starts first in your local community. It's found in unity without shame, leaning on Jesus to make our path straight when we've lost our way. Guidance through the only light that never dims, even on the darkest and cloudiest days. The biggest flowers bloom on the rainiest of days. Fertilize me, O Lord Almighty, pour your charity into my veins. I heard you bottle up my tears. Well, this valley has been arid, barren, and desolate for some years. How will you return to me? Friendship. Friendship is the epitome of God's graciousness, the divine fragrance of his existence within us. Being a friend means setting a plate for my enemy at the table during Christmas, because to him is who I submit. Because his love is the best gift I could give. Thanks to the Most High, by his great design, I've been created. So I sulk in rejection and contemplate if I'm enough, when I've been saved and submerged in the renewal of Christ's everlasting love. So, if you don't know, let me help your head grow. I'm in love with you, though not like that. Don't aim low, you're a pretty great catch. I just don't got enough dog in me to play fetch with your feelings. Like, that's for people who don't take friendship serious. I'm so in love with you, I'll sit back and coach through a series of potential players, possibly penetrating, peeling your layers. Core emotions will come out in the open, sensitivity in the air, and now I'm crying with you because I care. Like, I'm so in love with you. Not enough to scare you off with a huge love bomb, but like a huge present for you, your sisters, your mom. I love your family like we're in-laws bound by connection, yet not in love. Though I am so in limerence, it feels like I'd sign my soul in seconds if you got down on one knee. But only as besties who cuddle routinely. But share a family if you ask me, because the way you take care of your people has you looking daddy material, boy. What if you catch this pitch I throw you? How would we work towards equals? What if I took you out one time? Would I be dumped on the sidewalk like fecal? No matter. I'll pick up after your shit. I'll care for you when you become unfit to care for yourself. Even make excuses when you leave for somebody else, because I'm so in love it's giving 1975. Hoping it's not for nothing to restrict myself and let our friendship thrive. I'm in love with you like your man's best friend. But I'm gender fluid, so that whole sentence is counterintuitive. So just say fuck it and get your fluid in. I can quench your thirst. Fluent in customer service. I can give reimbursed, meant to be friends if you dip your toes in and regret getting your feet wet. Or I can teach you to swim if you'd rather take lessons instead. I'm so in love, like I can't get you out of my head. But I want to be on yours, so. Apologies in advance if I seem obsessed. It's just, you're my best friend. My favorite person, my favorite laugh to spread all over my gluten-free crumbs of enjoyment in these restrictive moments between you and me. 6 hours away, but haven't connected since 15, yet you still touch my heart every time we speak. No matter how far, whether Texas or New Jersey. Miss you the most when I seen you the least, or whatever the phrase means. I think I'm in love with you. Never intended to, but you're not going anywhere, and neither am I. We already tried a couple times, blocked online for a relationship, and then it would end. And then like boom, a rang and came right back like you never even left. I heard they say marry your best friend. And I'm here, wingman to your bumble, bird's nest comfortable, but you want to learn to fly. Hope you don't forget the sticks and stones it took to rebuild this home. The coordinates of these flowers' petals, I, the queen whose honey suckled your comb heart, filled up the holes with my nectar. Are you in love? I just gotta know so my jar doesn't overflow with sticky feelings for a friend who's gonna leave. It's allergy season and the leaves are falling the same way I love you. Thank you. Wow. What if we would have hooked up? Just once. What if it were just a fling and I never learned a thing about the pain of falling in love? Then what? I can't help but think, what if it were better kept as lust? If I just got too attached in the process and I should have done less to not get crushed? What if we fucked up? I can't help but wonder if we're toxic. Picked my poison carelessly just to get addicted, killing myself slowly with this yearning of your attention. Convinced ourselves it was friendship to avoid our ignorance, delusions. I can't help but be stuck on stupid when your eyes lock with mine. When we talk and my voice goes like 3 octaves high, and I'm tilting my head to the side because my focus is all yours. Maybe that's why I think I've always liked you more. What if we entertained it too long because we were bored? Too much time and idle hands. What if we didn't work together anymore? Maybe we just saw each other a little too much. What if we created some distance between us? Would you still yearn for my jokes? Would you go out of your way to see the glimmer in my eyes a little more? Would you risk getting close to feel my abrupt pokes in your rib? What if I'm pulled to your side because it's just instinct? I'm gravitating towards something you're missing. Do you have both your ribs? I don't mean to ask so many questions. What if it's more than physical attraction? If fools rush in and I'm not just stupid out of habit, what if I can't help but feel this way because it was destined to fall the way my heart did when we first locked eyes? What if there's a reason you're constantly racing my mind? I pray for you when I'm up in the middle of the night. So what if my heart rejects you but our souls are already tied? How many times must I pass you by before you turn my way? How much more should I give for you to start to take? How many coincidences will it take before you believe it's fate? Well, God gave us free will, so I'll just keep choosing to stay. I'll hold on to the faith that you are mine and I am yours. I'll protect my heart, but you can hold the key to unlock the door. Because what if you're my Tina and I'm your Paul? It's an inside joke. You wouldn't get it. What if we never make sense, but your presence always feels like home? What if I said I ache for your voice with every one of my bones, whether or not we talk on the phone that day? I met you, and now it's my spirit that aches for a connection like this. What if I said I want our marriage centered around Jesus? Maybe then he'll help meet us halfway. But what if you still don't reciprocate? What then? Called you friend, but saying best might have been a stretch, cause it'll be days of me needing to vent, sending you texts, trying to de-stress with formulating my emotions into sentences, yet I can't bench this weight without you spotting it. Now my chest is compressed the way I'm upset with you, but keep it inside, because how do I get through to someone who ain't even on the line? How can I accept a friend whose calls always decline? I know I got a new number, but I thought the caller ID you'd recognize that read friend. But days like now make me feel that's better left in the past tense, and this might be the end. It's funny how, although I may reminisce on making memories with you again, I can't just pretend like I haven't been bent over backwards reaching out to you. I've said there are standards I abide to. I won't go behind a pedestal just to be fucked. If I wanted presidential pussy, I would serve dick to Trump, and really, you got me fucked up if you're hitting me up like there's no bad blood after you.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy.
Y'all want to rewind up? Everybody got stuck on that. Alright. But days like now make me feel less better left in the past tense, and this might be the end. It's funny how, although I may reminisce on making memories with you again, I can't just pretend like I haven't been bent over backwards reaching out to you. I've said there are standards I abide to. I won't go behind a pedestal just to be fucked.
Just say it.
If you let me, damn! If I wanted presidential pussy, I would serve dick to Trump. And really, you got me fucked up if you're hitting me up like there's no bad blood after you called me friend just to fuck, but stopped showing up when life got hard, like your dick did when I was sucking it, and then you sticked it in and got addicted, and like addicted, you couldn't handle it, so you dipped in just to vanish. Restricted conversation now, but then we were talking crazy in Spanish. Somehow we're so distant. Grew up in the same town, but living on two different planets, yet call me friend, cause I'd still build a rocket ship and fly it to wherever your mind is. Bring you a helmet so you're not lacking oxygen. I'm not here to take away your breath. My only intent is to breathe life into your chest. All I wanted was to see you reach your best, but I got pushed down the steps in the process. Now you're so high, but with no vision. Toxic minds can't make sane decisions. Bird's eye view, but its eyes were squinted, so you misread my sign language, speaking in tongues with the nymph I manifested instead. Ignored the 444 tatted because you were focused with that head, but I guess you lost your mind in between my thighs, how you left my text unsent. How about you go see a therapist and get a second job? Curing this trauma bond is gonna cost, and call me dumb because I pay the price. I'll get the funds into my card and you just swipe. I'm the hopeless romantic who'd go broke just to see the riches in your life. I'm the friend who'd pretend with you and play wife. Let me gather the goods while you hunt down some life into your mood, because I know it sucks these days. Let me be the friend your partner will be afraid to meet, because I'm so VIP. They shaking in their undies after learning I'm so funny and sweet, but I'm Hispanic, so they better be light on their feet, and if they don't got an IQ, they really can't keep up with your bestie. And call me, friend, when that same person breaks your trust and you need a shoulder to cry on or rest your head. Feel safe to come back again and again. I get the pain of loving so hard and it never reciprocated, falling and not having a cushion to soften the hardness that shelters you so well. I promise to never break your shell, for it has protected you. A haven enclosing an angel. Just call me Mel then, since we're no longer friends. At least that's what I interpreted from you going no contact. I won't dig up the grave if you want to bury our friendship. I will no longer crack into the past, and now I unravel the present. Used to think I asked for too much, but maybe you just didn't have to give it. So I filled my own cup to celebrate this transition. Reflecting back, I let too much get past me with no boundaries to keep my sanity intact. Phone on D&D, but mine was still attached, constantly checking if you'd bother to ask how I am, but you never messaged me first. So now, here's my last. Well, rejection once was my best friend. No benefits from getting with him, though a delusion with no truth to back it with. So, rejection is presented as a man. No guessing his intentions, just tense when his presence at hand. Breath incensed with oxygen, his essence an intoxicant. Lustful and promiscuous, gives wishes with no promises. He's intrusive, because the truth is all he ever wanted is an abusive fuck. For the illusion that not all men, rejection sucks, just give up more body to get the language of love. But rejection, now my nemesis, remind me who you are again. I'm on a bargain with infectious misconceptions of attention and the lack of it. I want to be wanted, but not because it's convenient, yet I struggle to get comfortable in the growing pains of lenience. Rejection, your consistence to build hesitance within me is the easiest bond I know. The commitment from abandonment is assurance that in the abandoned men will always tell you no. So, what's the dose? How much till I choke on this shame? How many hits of rejection's fist should I take to fuel my rage and break the chains of his traumatic ways? Rejection, your numbing pain intoxicates like Novocaine. I get hooked off expectations and silenced by the ball and chain. Rejection, you're the most vain. I need give and take to sustain a friendship. So our connection must end with a question. Rejection, how could you leave me with this contradiction? I'm always too much, but never enough. It's an addiction to gain your love. An oxymoron. I'm introspective, but without question, I'm consistent at looking dumb. I refuse to accept you, rejection, as my one true love. Your cravings are inconsiderate, but selfishness is a bitterness I will gladly roll off my tongue. So instead, in the rejection, I will tell myself yes when my own confidence is gone. Thank you, guys. This guy actually really listened to me all the time, and he was really witty and funny, but I felt like everybody knew. My friends are here to testify. He was leading me on, I think. Yeah. We're not talking right now. He actually knew I was coming here, and then we kind of stopped talking recently, so it's kind of sad. But anyway, that's beside the point. There's a poem about that, though. Not beside the point, completely the point. I'm sorry. He did me dirty, but it ain't whatever. Because then he came back around after I got divorced, and then we fucked, and then he got addicted, and yeah, that's what that was about. Crazy. Don't judge me.